Hello, everyone. Welcome to another start of a beautiful new week. This is March. Welcome to March, and we can only march forward. March means marching forward. No, not going backward anymore. We're marching forward regardless of what happens because we have been fortified for this journey by the one who created us. There are tools within us that will help us and will propel us to take these children, to take these young people, and of course, families to where they need to be because that is our responsibility, the way we've been created to do. So, thank you guys so much. How was your weekend? I am really so grateful that you guys are here. I'm happy. I'm sure our weekend went well. Mine went well, but with a lot of work, I have to work extra for One Global Movement so that our dreams and the dreams of our children can be realized, isn't it? And I know that a lot of One Global Movement panelists and others, they're working too, just like me, behind the scene. But we thank God for all of you, and we pray for good health. We pray for happiness, and we pray for wealth, because what we are doing here is building wealth. Wealth doesn't just mean money. If you don't build what we are building here first, forget about the money. Even when you get it, it can just sometimes be a plague to your own life. So thank you guys so much for what you're doing behind the scene. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would like to also let you guys know that Mr. Raj is going to be coming to us every Thursday. He wanted to start this Thursday, but I think he will just come and introduce himself, and then he will begin on Thursday the 14th. He wants to be a youth mentor for One Global Movement and takes one day every Thursday. So let us really thank him and thank him in the chat so that he will know that we know he's on fire. He's a young man. And those are the kind of people that we need, and he is doing the right thing. He knows the AI, he knows the technical stuff more than we do. And so he is going to be basing his attention on that. And he will be bringing us updates too, because he's very, very good with the updates. So let us welcome him here. And we'll continue to get other people because we want quality here in One Global Movement, because our children are the most precious gift from God to all of us. And so we treat these children with the highest dignity, integrity, and whatever it takes, all those values. That is what we are putting in our children. And at the same time, we are reminding ourselves, just in case for one reason or the other, we forgot those values. So we begin to also remind ourselves alongside our children so that we are training them the way they should go, so that when they grow up, they will never depart from those ways. So thank you guys so much. Last week was great. Yes. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. And I thank God that Mr. Ash Mufare did this for all of us. And it's now our own responsibility to do it, to follow his direction, to follow his leadership, to really do what he's doing, because that man has a heart full of gold. And we already have a role model who is our own CEO. And so let us begin to do what he's doing. And please, I ask for all of us, including me, all of us, that let us follow the principles and the rules of our company. Let us not give him a headache, please, because he's already having a lot of headaches. Because for somebody to take 1.4 million founders from different orientation, different background, different creeds, different religion, different gift, everything, to begin to really steer us towards where he wants us to be, to change the rhetoric, the dynamics of the world, that is the highest and biggest responsibility in the world. So let us do everything in our capacity. I know that some things people do, they don't know because they don't know. They really don't know, but let us begin to learn and follow what he's asking us to do. I have something very good here that I will bring, but I didn't take the time to bring it out. I'll bring maybe tomorrow, because this is something that we can help our children to take opportunity. There is one university here that is, it's paying, tuition is free. If you need to go into the medical field, free, one of the best universities in the world. They've been giving them, they gave them $1 billion, and so donated. Yes. So I will bring it so that we take advantage. Even if you're living in a foreign country, you can still inquire Inquire, because they are always in search of medical personnel all over the world to bring it here. So ask, and then you can also see if you can profit from it. Even those that have already graduated from nursing schools or medical schools and they don't have jobs in their various countries, there's always a way that you can come here, you retake the exam, or you can even take the exam before you come here, and you still get to benefit. Maybe you want to further your education. Just maybe you want to enroll your children. They want to do something in the medical field. Then that is an advantage for them, so that we do not have to see parents that are struggling to put food on the table and at the same time struggling to educate their children. That is very important. And if I'm forgetting anything, my panelists will also make it known if I forget anything, because we work as one. We work as one. If we don't work as one, just like the father and the mother, if they don't come together, that child will not come out well. This is so important. Whether you're living together as husband and wife or not, God gave that child to you guys, two of you, and two of you must be responsible for those children. So this is very, very important. And today we are really starting March on even a higher note, because March means marching forward. We have to march forward, climb higher and higher. And so today it's O-Academy Revolution Part 73. And the theme is how will investing in future development help youth and children navigate social challenges? Let me read it again. And you can start writing your answers in the chat so that we can come to our interactive session and also learn from you guys. So, how will investing in future development help youth and children navigate social challenges? And before we do this, it's a very good thing to really know what these social challenges are, because if you don't know what these challenges are, what our children are facing, we will not be able to look for resources. Already we have the resources. They will not be able to navigate those resources unless they really know what challenges they are facing. And thank God, in the future, these kids will always be coming here so that they can be talking, we can be listening to them, because we need to hear from them, not just from us. But for right now, we're building the stage for them for when they come in. So now, investing in future development plays a crucial, a very important role. And in fact, that is the number one role in equipping young people and children with the tools that are necessary and that they need to navigate social challenges. And what are these social challenges? And begin to put, there are so many social challenges according to your community, according to your culture, according to your household, because what is considered a social challenge for you might not be the same for the others. So in writing these things out, in bringing out what our children are facing, then we can begin to look for ways in which we can amend this, or we can help them with tools that they themselves can use in order to navigate these social challenges. So number one is hunger. Hunger is number one social challenge in the world for everyone, not just for these young people and children. And you all will agree that hunger is the number one challenge. And hunger is caused by a lot of factors that we have been discussing all this while, a lot of factors. But one of the man-made ones is war. War is a man-made challenge. The child did not ask to be born in a war situation, but we humans, because of our greed, because of the hunger for power, unnecessary power, because of our own stupidity, pride. I'm really sorry to say that. Pride that we put upon ourselves. We don't want to make things better. And then we start fighting. And sometimes that fighting is not just like countries between countries. It's family against family, even right there in the home. So war does not just necessarily means like the First World War or the global wars that are going on between countries. Wars also occur right there in the home between the children. What are you doing to make sure that kids don't fight against one another? What are you doing? So it is very, very important that we begin to do this thing for ourselves. And what are you doing? What is your own part in the contribution of your country not to get that country in a situation of war? Maybe you are in a country where there are so many tribes and languages, and this tribe thinks that they are better than the other. We have this idea in our head. When somebody thinks that they are better than other, actually, guess what? They are the most inferior on the earth, because no one created by Almighty God should ever in their life think that they are better than another person. Then that person is just fooling themselves, right? You never created yourself, and so you cannot create anybody else. And that is just the simple truth. If we read the greatest book of wisdom, we find everything in there. We find it in there. Those books are there for us, just like any other book that you're reading. If you're reading a book that tells trouble among people, then you can equally change and read a book that will bring love and harmony and togetherness and unity among children and all of us. So that is so important. Now, and then if these things happen, people, they're fighting to save themselves. They're running with their children. Sometimes they abandon the children because it is hard. In a situation of war, you get confused. You don't even know Dr. Benny is here. You don't even know. Welcome, Dr. Benny. You don't even know what you're doing. And then before you know, you realize that you have abandoned your own children. It's a situation of war. You're not blamed for that. Because when fire falls on me, you think I'm going to remove the fire on my son first? No, I will go like this, try to remove my own fire. It's just a natural human instinct that it has to happen that way. So please, really, lining our children's innermost parts with these high ethical values and integrity from the one who created us is so important. And sometimes it's difficult because depending on our orientation, depending the way that we started, depending the way whether our parents were involved in our lives or maybe they are sick or just maybe. But it is our own responsibility right now to make sure that we are doing those things for our children. This is very important, and we must not take it lightly. We must not. If you are having difficulties, I say it, if you don't know how to set some boundaries, healthy boundaries for yourself, there are professionals who can do that. They're professionals. And I think Mr. Ash Mufara is one of those professionals who can also do that, and we are in here. But there are so many. Because I do, when things are getting out of hand that I can't control myself, what do? I call. Because there is nothing that is considered a shameful thing. No, let us not make our children feel that, oh, you can't do that, you'll be looked upon as low, or maybe they say you're weak. No. Let us normalize these things, and so that our children will feel free to really talk about them like it is normal, because they are normal. They're normal. God made them normal. Let us normalize these things and begin to just when you even think about talking to your own child with love and with a very nice tone of voice, you yourself, you're already happy. You're already happy yourself. So let us practice these things. These things are practiced every day. You can't just do it today and say, but I was nice to you last week. What if God was not nice to you? Would you have been here? You would not have been here, right? So God is nice to us and forgiving us every day. So why can't we do it to our children? Remember, you can only enter the kingdom of God through the eyes of a child. And children are the apples of God's eyes. There's nothing you can do about it. And so if you're going to be treating a child anyhow, or maybe some other person's child, guess what you're doing? You are investing anger, you are investing hatred, you're investing all those kind of things in your children. Because you're doing that, because you yourself, you're angry. Because what goes around comes around. And our children cannot, if you don't blame your child because they saw it from you or your husband or your wife. They saw it from the caregivers and the adults. We must not blame these children. Children were not born. They were born on a clean slate. They were not born to hate somebody. They were not born to discriminate. There was this picture. I don't know how I can upload this here. I really want to upload those pictures so people can see what innocence means. So it's so important. Number two, when you feed a child, you don't just feed a child and then tomorrow you keep feeding. The child is 15, you keep feeding. You keep feeding. You have to teach that child how to fend for themselves. And it has to start very young. You start your child doing dishes. Forget about the dishwasher. Put some water in a basin and then put some warm soapy water. Put the dishes in there, let the child, and you'll see them. Oh my, mommy, they're doing it. Then you can come back and then rinse it well. But these children are so proud. These are simple things. We don't have to listen to the marketer who wants to sell their thing. Oh, you got to do it like this because then it will be sanitized. You're already sanitizing it right there with your soap, because those soap that you buy are antibacterial, and we can make our own too. We can do it. It comes to the point where we have to make sure that most of can go to Yvonne, or I go to Dr. Benny that I know that they are also producing something that is good for the home. You buy it. You know where you're buying your things. You don't just buy things anyhow. That's exactly what I mean. I'm just coming from when I left the clinic with my mom. We stopped at this friend that just came from Cameroon, and good things come from Cameroon, natural things, And I stopped there. I think this, I grabbed until I started fighting for her on other things. She said, "Oh my God, this Dr. Mundih, if I knew that you were coming here," I didn't even tell her because the clinic is close to our place. I said, "Hey, Monica, are you home? We are just right here." Before she knows, I rang the bell, and then she let me in. And she knows that I don't take no for a no. That is just a way to get good things, but it's in a friendly way. You're not eating people's things, It's just your fight, because you can't do that with a stranger. It's just your friend.
Yes.
And she's happy to give you anyway. Yes. So, but that is sharing, and sharing is caring, right? So education, the quality education is a cornerstone of the future development of our children. Is the cornerstone. You cannot feed a child without teaching that child how to get that food next time when they grow. And it has to start very young. Remember, the first 5 years of life are very important. Even in the womb, what are you telling your child? If you're like me, I took after my grandmother. I say everything that I wanted in my child. But be very careful what you ask God to give you, though. Because God is going to give you sometimes that it's going to be like, oh my God, why is my child, why is he reading so quickly like this? I asked for that. But then I turned around, I was afraid. I said, they need to check this boy. They check his head. He's okay. He just knows a little more than others. So, but it's good to ask God for good things. And when we don't even want it, God gives us that flexibility to say, you know what, I will reduce it in a way that is going to fit me, who created that child and gave it to you. You see that? So investing in education ensures that our young people have access to knowledge and critical thinking skills, empowering them to understand complex social issues and navigate them effectively. Even when those challenges come, guess what? They are built with what we are doing here to know that, you know what, I am up to this. I was created for greatness. I can do this. If you're like me, I didn't even know anything. I say, yeah, I have all what it takes. Did I have anything? Nope, I didn't have it. But I was there saying it. And when you say it, remember, you're calling in things that will come to you. So, number 2, another social challenge is, a lot of things are happening around us, even with adults, with businesses. They've not fully grasp or acquire the skills that is needed for them to do what they're doing. And some just go around just doing it, just it's a try and error. Sometimes it's good, but when you're dealing with children in particular, you have to make sure that you have the skills that are required to do what you're doing. You don't want to give something to a child that is growing, even if it's an adult. But in this case, mostly we are focusing on children. We don't want to give things to children that are not good for them. So skill development is very important. And like we always say, the world is vast, and we have a lot of the ocean of skills and knowledge. If a child does not want to continue to go to higher education after high school, that's good. That child knows how to read and write. What does he want to do? Does he want to invest in Wall Street, or establish his own company, or what does he want to do? This is where we make sure that these children have the skills that are required by looking for the best people so that they can learn those skills. Because we parents don't always have everything, right? We want to make sure that we spend the time and resources that is required for these children to acquire those things without complaining, because you are building your own future in that child. When like for me now, I send my son to the best school. I don't care if they say this school is not for this color. I go there. I say my son is going there. It's going there. Yes, so that's why we need to fight for our children. And when you do that, your child will grow up with a very high self-esteem, knowing that I have what it takes to be able to do what I'm doing. I have what it takes to take care of my little ones. I have what it takes to help other children that are struggling. So we want to make sure that we create programs that can include leadership training skills, communication skills, conflict resolution skills, and emotional intelligence, all of which are essential for navigating social challenges. This is very important. You have access to opportunities. Have we exposed our children to opportunities? How do you expose them? First of all, you raise them as good citizens, as good servants of the world, regardless where they come from. They meet somebody, they meet another child, they really do their very best to be at their service, not demanding something, just serving, because we all are here in this one global movement because we know that we belong to we are part of the same whole. I cannot do it alone. Sister Yvonne Finn cannot do it alone. Dr. Benny cannot do it alone. Esther cannot do it alone. And Mr. Ashmafara says that. And we see that because sometimes I used to think, what is wrong with this man? How would he just take 1.4 million founders? But there is nothing wrong with him because that is what God put in him, because he himself says, just like I was saying when I was young, that I'm going to do this thing. Since I starved myself, I didn't die, then I'm going to do this. I would as well just die. What else? If you can't do it, the next thing is death, right? So he says he's going to do this or he's going to die because he doesn't know to do any other thing. And that is why we are here, to promote this and then take it and put it within our own little desires and goals and gifts. And then we continue to learn from him and we move forward so that eventually the world will never be the same. Never, because of Unpassive and Mr. Ashmafari. So it is all left in our own hands. What are we doing? What are you doing in your own community, in your family? What are you doing with your children? What are you doing? So if you don't know, don't feel ashamed. Let us do it together. Let us do it together because nobody knows it all. Let us do it together and do it with love. I say love. Love. Let's do it with love. Let's do it with love. Let's do it with high integrity, but let's also do it knowing that we're going to fail. Let us also do it knowing that we're going to fight. But in that fight, in that failure, we know that those are the things that nurture us and make us to grow, become wiser, and continue to move forward. Let us not take it personal, because when you take it personal, you're going to hurt but yourself and nobody else. Because like you see me, I can say things to you that when you wrong me, I take a lot. I take a lot of things because that is by nature and the way, maybe that's the way, my name. You just take it. When it gets to a point I can't take it, I tell you as ease. I tell you as ease, but the moment I'm done, I everything is okay. I move forward. So that's the way we're supposed to fight. And that's the way we teach our children. Fight, making sure that you're fighting, but you turn it around and you keep moving forward. So that is so important. So access to opportunities, like the opportunity I just gave the example now that I didn't have the time because I was rushing from the clinic with my mom. I will still bring it. When we see these opportunities, we share it among ourselves. And how do you also get access to opportunities? By exposing your children to books. Let them read. Do you realize that the best things in the world, the things that make the 2% that are breathing the highest oxygen in the world, I mean the 2% that got their riches in the God-fearing way, they live, they have space, they are breathing good oxygen. Those that have not utilized what God has given them, they are overcrowded and the oxygen is so polluted. You know what? We, the Unpassivians, we are among the 2%. I am going to go breathe high oxygen where I can also distribute that oxygen to other people. So we need to take these children to the library as young as, even when you're pregnant, you should be reading. I've been posting some pictures about pregnant women that are reading to their babies right there in the womb. So, and then you go to baby schools. I took my son was only a few months, about 4 months old, to a baby school. These kids, you would not believe what they know. They're not talking, but because the psychology of those baby schools, they already understand the psychology of the child, the psychology of conception to death. Now they create the environment to suit these children. When these babies get there, you will not take them home. They're not going to go. They're crying. They want to stay there. So we always pack our food and everything, and we just stay there the whole day. I'll give you a funny story. My son he was only 4. And we were just driving on a Sunday, me and my ex-husband. We're driving on a Sunday. He passed where his school was. He says, school, school. We said, no, this is Sunday. This is Sunday. These boys screamed until we said, look at the parking lot. We took him there. Look, there are no cars here. We are the only ones here. We didn't know that a police officer was watching us. And he went to the door. We say, see, the door is now opening. He started screaming. He says, school, school. He loves school. School, school. The police officer came. Are you guys okay here? We explained to him. And the police officer went into his car, gave him something, talked to him before he can listen. Say, see, the door is locked. And then he cried. That crying, too much crying like that made him to fall asleep. And then we just drove home. Just drove home. So these kids are very curious. That is to tell you that they're curious. How you expose your children, that's exactly what they're going to take. It's simple. Let us make it simple. Let us not make it difficult. We can see the monopolies, the telemarketers, and all those people that are trying to grab this left and right. Do not pay attention. Pay attention to your own natural self. What were you created with? How to bring up that child? The morals is number one. You can send your child to the highest level of education. The moment those morals are there, those simple, down-to-earth things are not there, forget about it. You're ruining your own child and ruining yourself. So that is so important. So how are we exposing these children? Let them read. The good things are buried in books. And if we don't read, forget about it. You have yourself to blame, not your child. And then we have community support. Our children face challenges in community support. People don't know where to get access to food. We talked about that. We've been talking about this. Dr. Benny talked about the SNAP. We call it here SNAP. You guys call it in where you live a different name, but it's all the same thing. So then if people don't know access to go get food, they will not go. They'll be hungry. Those of us who know, share. And sometimes there is access to financial help, but don't take it as a permanent something. Do not take it as a free something, because nothing is free in this life. They provide it for you so that when you get that stability, that job that you want, leave it alone. Because if you depend on free things will never help you grow. Not at all. Don't let that get into the mind of your children, because leave it for other people that are still coming up to that might not, because there are people who are sick, they need it. There are people who are born with some kind of disability, they need it more than you. But then you too can also then go, when you start working, now you also start contributing to that organization so they can help more people. This is the way we can live. So community support for our children is very, very important. But they cannot have access to these things if we don't help them to know where these things are. You are free to go to any government office. When you go with dignity and respect, well-dressed, and like a gentleman and a lady, they will welcome you with open heart and open hands. And they will attend to you. They will listen to you. So we need to teach our children. So future development initiatives often involve community-based programs that provide support network for youth. And we need to enroll our children, like if they are writers, they are authors, they want to be authors, there are clubs that they can be in. That is a good environment for them. If they want to be like aerospace engineers, they enroll in those clubs. They are there in the community. They enroll. Let us not leave our children to be hovering around and be hanging around with bad friends or trying to be watching things. There are always a lot of great things out there. And then we have to promote. This one is very important, because we do not live in a vacuum. We do not live on an island. No one is an island upon themselves. No one. Whether we like it or not, I don't care who you are, where you come from. The earlier we embrace this concept for us and our children, the better the world will be. So promoting diversity and inclusion. We know that a lot of children, they go through the headaches of diversity and inclusion, especially children want to be included. Don't you want to be included? I want to be included among you guys. That's why I'm here. I really love it, I want to be a part of Mr. Ashman Farah. Otherwise, I'll be bothering him. So
Yeah.
we want to be included, and it's the same thing with every child, promoting diversity and inclusion. Future development efforts often prioritize promoting diversity and inclusion for our children. It is so, so important. Now, we take, for instance, our products from Unpassive. Every product has its own function. That's diversity.
Mm-hmm.
Every product. You guys are there. You are diverse. You're different from me, but we are here together. We bring these things together so that we can work on it together. We bring our various talents together. These products, it's just so beautiful. Even within your own system, you have diversity within your organs. If you don't treat one organ well, it will affect the other one and you get trouble, right? So
Yes.
diversity is that simple. So we need to promote diversity and inclusion by fostering environments that celebrate differences and promote acceptance. Youth are better equipped to navigate diverse social landscape and build meaningful relationships across all cultures, regardless. This is very important. So, empowerment. We are empowering our children here, right? And then doing it for ourselves, not just them, because we ourselves, we don't have it all. So we are reminding ourselves to go back to those things that we missed and then pick it up from there so that we can raise our children well, and therefore empowering ourselves. So investing in future development empowers young people and our children to become agents of change in their families, communities, and the global economy. Very important. Very, very important. So by providing them with the resources that they need, the opportunities that are out there to make a positive impact, they develop a sense of urgency and responsibility, which enables them to tackle social challenges head on. And at the same time, let's not forget to celebrate them every little step of the way, because this is what is going to inspire them and make them to even do better for the global economy, beginning from their homes, themselves in particular, and then spread it out. This is very, very important. And I think what I was forgetting to say, this is I said this is March, which is the month of marching forward. This is Women's History Month. We're going to celebrate Women History Month throughout this month. And I've been posting things even on ONET and elsewhere. If you want to go to ONET and send me a friend request, that would be nice so that we can share these ideas. It is so important because we get to really focus on the woman. And there are reasons we'll know it on the 8th that is coming, why we are focusing on the woman. We're going to come out like these ladies on the panel here. Everybody will have a part to say. And some men are coming, they will start because it's going to show that this is not just about the women. The men are also supporting the fact that women need to be celebrated, they need to be included, they need to be recognized, they need to be treated equally. And this is not a fight, but it is something that when you're with your partner, your husband, your wife, you want to make sure that your husband is included. But we all know, whether we like it or not, the man is always going to be the leader, the way God created it. Nobody can take that away. Attempting to say the man is not a leader of the home, but not a leader to trample on the woman or to trample on the children. A leader with God in mind. So thank you so much. I will let my fellow panelists here. Oh my God, I so love this thing for children. I love it so much. Okay, go ahead, guys.
Dr. Benny. Dr. Benny.
Okay. Thank you. I will do it. I'll do it. Anyway, sorry I came late because there was something that I could not see the link. I saw the link, but it was different.
Okay.
I logged in twice.
Okay.
Wow.
Look for the date. The date?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, Dr. Mundih, for giving me this opportunity. I just want to greet each and everyone. I want to greet all those on the chat. Thank you all for coming. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to our children.
Yes.
Wherever you are, your location, we just want to say we love you all. But the person that loves you more is the one that created all of us, our Heavenly Father.
Amen.
He sends our visionary to you and I. We want to thank Mr. Ash Mufareh for everything that he has done and everything that he will continue to do. As we all know that he made that statement that either I do or I die. He is here to correct corruption, eradicate poverty, and to uplift humanity. His main goal is to help us so that we can go out there and help our children.
Yep.
Not only our children, but everyone who is in it. So when it comes to this investing, oh, by the way, Dr. Mundi, thank you. Extraordinary presentation. Thank you so much when it comes to this investing in future development of our children. So it contributes in helping the youth and children to navigate social challenges by providing them with necessary tools and skills, and also to support the system. I do have some few notes regarding this. So the first is education and skill development. It can enhance educational opportunities by providing the youth with knowledge and skills needed to navigate complex social issues. This include promoting STEM, which means science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, or education, digital literacy, and other relevant skills. The next we talk about mental health, right?
Yeah.
Mental health is very important, not only to our children, but to everyone. So, mental health and well being, allocating resources to the mental health program and supporting services to help our children and youth in order for them to cope with emotional challenges, right? Emotional challenges that they face. This includes promoting awareness, reducing stigma, providing access to counseling and mental health. You guys notice that sometimes children or students, they will go to school, and in class, sometimes they're closing their eyes or they're not happy, they're not smiling. So you try to find out what is going on. It's something that is happening within, that sometimes you say, how you doing? So when you say, how you doing? How you feeling? Sometimes I believe maybe their parents don't say that, but if they come to school and their instructors say it to them, they feel much better. So the next one, we talk about community programs and engagement. Investing in community programs, it fosters a sense of belongings and connections. Youth engagement, initiative, extracurricular activities, and community events, it provides a platform for social interactions, skill building, and personal development. And we talk about access into technologies. Nowadays everything is technology, right? For our children. Do you guys know, Dr. Muni, that these our students, they know more about technologies than all of us? Huh?
Yes.
Oh, tell me
And
about it. My son is my mentor
there
after my
you go.
grandmother.
Hey, these children, you see how they will keep playing with their phones. They're just like this. I say, God, I mean, we just want to thank God for the technology, as we all know that technology is coming to stay. It's not going anywhere. So,
Auntie Ingo schooling.
all right. When we talk about access to technology, it bridges the digital divide by providing access to technology and internet to ensure that youth or young people have the tools to connect in order for them to learn when their instructors provide them, give them an assignment, right? So they will access the information now. This is very crucial for their academic process and for staying informed about social issues. I'm going to stop here. But in conclusion, investing into future development of the youth and children, it is an investment. in the well-being of the society as a whole. Now, by addressing the social challenges through comprehensive strategic approach, the society can create what? An environment that will nurture our youth, resilience, positive contribution of our younger generation. Thank you so much
Amen.
for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just
Thank
want to
you,
say
Dr.
a
Benny.
little something as emphasis. The technology is good. This technology was created by God. When you put God and technology together or engineering, things move. But there is also a warning there. Like just like in any other thing in life, too much of anything becomes a disease. So we parents, we need to draw up programs on how our children are using that technology. Otherwise, this technology, it's going to be a deterrent on their social development. They will not be able to interact and socialize with friends, and therefore it becomes difficult for them when it comes to courting. You guys know dating, right? It's going to be difficult. When it comes to communication, it's going to be difficult. So we need to there are guidelines on how long, which age your child can use something, but we have to start from small so that they're not always on those phones and doing those things. You don't be in a home with your child, and instead of your child coming to you, they call you, they text you. We need to discourage that because we are taking them away from human communication to to isolation that very soon they start developing some psychological challenges. So we need to know that technology is good. It's just like when you're hungry, you eat, and then that can just be, it can kill you if you eat too much, right? So we need to be very careful. Even we must not replace the voice of our children with things that will be speaking to us. Those things are there for like big areas that will really eliminate corruption, because in human interaction in businesses and in other areas of our lives, they have that bias. This one will say, I'll do it for this one like this, or better for this one, I'll give more here. But those machines are meant to be put in place in order to really eliminate all of that. So we need to let us not turn our children into robots. Or you don't let your children text you or call you when they're home. They can come, they discuss. Let's keep dinner time as family time together. Let's not even, at least let's do it 3 times a week. If you are that person that maybe your work schedule, or you're always flying out of the country, you must draw schedule for the children. Number one, I'm saying things that I did myself, because I wanted, it's like my life, I wanted to be something so beautiful for my own children. Because of the life that I live, I said, you know what, I'll do whatever it takes. I did everything. Don't buy BB guns. Put BB guns for your child to play with. Buy those books and those letters and put them in the refrigerator and put them in their room. I bet you, before you know, they'll start reading before you even know. So yes, thank you so much, Dr. Benny, for mentioning that.
And so you ladies, you queens have covered it all. So I'm just going to go for a couple of quotes from my favorite little young activist, Malala.
Malala, I love her.
First of all, I love her. I would just like to say, I looked at a question to do some research, and it says, why are youth important for the future? So that goes back even further than what we are saying, to invest in them. Anyways, it says our youth, our future, when it comes to building our global future, there is no bigger asset than today's youth. This is the generation that will solve future crises, lead countries, write policies, innovate and preserve or destroy democracies and systems of justice. It's a two-edged sword. So we have to be, very hands-on, not just throw money that we've been doing and not be sure what we're doing. Malala says, my goal is to get peace, and my goal is to see education of every child.
Mm-hmm.
She also says, it is not time to tell the leaders to realize how important education is. They already know it because their own children are in good schools.
Mm-hmm.
So now is the time to call them to take action. Good quality education is what we're talking about here, right? Books are better investment in our future than bullets. Books, not bullets. will prove the path towards peace and prosperity. And to your point, Dr. Mundih, when you said do it with love, if we're not going to do it with love, it's trash.
Yep.
It means nothing.
Yep.
We have to love all our kids the same way, whether they came out of our tummies, out of our family line. It does not matter. Don't, as you said, don't look down on one and say they deserve less quality or whatever. Everybody should be on the, which is what Mr. Mufara is trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
He wants us all to be on the world stage equally in different facilities and capacities.
Mm-hmm.
This is what investment should do. It should be broad and perfect across the world, because our young people, they need recognition, they need appreciation, and they need validation.
Yes.
That's what they're looking for.
Yes.
So that's our job. And we're not done. Somebody said, the young people are not leaders in waiting. They're already here. They're watching and listening and seeing what we do and how we treat them will make them valuable citizens of the future, not second class or same old, same old. We want them to be bigger and better because the world is getting like that. Yes. That's my contribution. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That is very powerful. I am really so happy. They are already here. They were born that way.
Yes.
Whether I would like it or not, they were born that way. It is because of us that they would deviate from what they were born to do.
Absolutely.
Children are born with greatness. We were born with greatness because of our own greed and our own insecurities and our own vying and seeking for power without actually earning those things that make us to go the other way, that making us to fight with other people. We are already born. Our children are born with greatness, whether I would like it or not. Exactly. You will know when you have that child, the child already has greatness. It is up to us now to really start to direct the path of that child and really nurture them the way that God created them to be. And so they're already here. These children are leaders, better leaders than us. They are here. So raise a child and love and nurture the child the way they should go, so that when they grow up, they will never depart from those ways. They're there and nurture your child, teach your child, so that that child, and leave them and give them that freedom to lead the way. They will lead the way. They will lead you. Don't help a child and want to really instead impede the growth of that child anymore. Yes. Not just because it's your child or not your child. That is the thing. We've seen it throughout the world where people are treating other people's children like they are garbage, they are trash, like they don't belong, or you are in the lower class, or you are in the last class, or you don't qualify, or your color is too dusty, or is too red, or your color is too that. All of those things are impeding the growth and happiness and health of our children. This is not the time for it. The world is crying for it. If people don't talk about it, I talk about it because I don't want to go through what I went through. I don't want any child to be where I was. I don't want that. And so Mr. Ash Mufara has given us the mandate. Failure not to do that, have ourselves to blame. You do not complain. Or if something is not the way you want, if you cannot change something, change your own self. Change yourself. You are the problem. If you cannot change something, change your own self. If you cannot bring solution to a problem, be quiet. Be quiet. And if you cannot be positive, do not speak. If you cannot love every child, don't talk about any child. Just don't do it. Because these children are so delicate, they are being taken advantage of. Right now, as we are speaking, they are being trafficked over the Atlantic Ocean for sex. Imagine. Some are given away into prostitution by their families who cannot afford to buy bread for home to eat. Imagine. Right now, as I'm standing here, a lot of people, I feel bad because I can't do it. They're asking One Global Woman for a lot of help, but they don't know that we are still at the stage of building the foundation. When we build this foundation, no child will be left behind. I don't care whether it is from Cameroon or in that little village that I was. Every child is going to be treated equally because that's the way it should be. So that every child can travel and be proud and said, oh, you know what? I traveled to this place. I was treated with dignity and respect. When you treat a child like that, that's exactly the same thing they're going to give another person, right? That is so true. So we need to do that. So let me take my own picture since you guys are not taking picture of me.
I I don't care about pictures, Dr. Mundih. Anybody who knows me knows that I don't care.
I always miss out on those pictures. So let me see. Let me see if I can get back to the screen. All of it. Oh my God, what am I doing here?
There you are. Okay.
So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you, Sister Yvonne. We thank God for bringing us together. And I see our fire, Satya Papu. I love Satya. He is doing incredible things in his own little way in Unpassive. Thank you so much, Satya. And we have our arts officer, Kusha. Thank you so much. And I'm hoping you all had a wonderful weekend, isn't it? Thank you guys so much. We are moving ahead, and I'm working nonstop here in the United States. Just so you guys know, because someday you guys are going to be paying me for what I'm doing because I'm overdoing it sometimes. So hello, Kusha. You say hello to Satya, excuse me. And our brother Tarun is here. Tarun Jha, how are you? Welcome here. We love you, brother. And he's saying hello to everyone. And we have, I don't know, this name, brother. Can you write your name in English? You're welcome here. We love you and thank you for coming. And next time, bring 1 or 2 families with you because we need to spread this gospel of One Global Movement under the radar of Mr. Ash Mufara to all corners of the globe. Absolutely. So let us invite people because not to do that, when things start being rosy, then the other people are going to be left out. And that is not what we are doing here in One Global Movement. And our brother from the sunny Pretoria in South Africa is here. Hello, Levi. How are you? You had a wonderful weekend. That's good. Saying he's asking us, he hoped we had a
wonderful weekend. Yes.
Yes, we did. Thank you so much for asking. And Levi says, hello to Kushal, Tarun, and Satya. And he says, wonderful queens of One Global Movement. And you are the king too. We're waiting for your mark on this stage, but you are still doing a wonderful job in the panel there as well. So we thank you. And our managing director, Mr. Barilla, is here and is saying hello to everyone. And hashtag Yvonne Mundih, hashtag Yvonne Finn. Look at the Yvonnes in a row. Hashtag Corrina Lanz, hashtag Esther, hashtag Brady, hashtag Dr. Benny, hashtag Melanie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Some of them have taken some time off because, like I always say, when you have some challenges, health challenges, or just some social challenges, there'll be no need to come here. Take time off to make sure that you're okay. So that when you're okay, then we can be rest assured that you're also going to contribute well to the children. So we advise everyone, because it is just the nature of life. If you don't feel well, or some things are bothering you, or some family challenges, or something, just make sure that you take time off. We want to see you healthy and happy. Yes. And I say hello to Mr. Barilla and greetings all our amazing attendees. We so appreciate your support on hashtag One Global Movement, where we always hashtag Speak with Heart for our children and young people. I love you maintaining that hashtag. AI is beginning to know something about you.
Yes.
They are, yes.
AI is noticing. Yes, for sure.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much, Yvonne. And Dr. Benny is always saying hello to everyone here in the chat and in the panel. And greetings. How did you do with that letter? How did you know how to put it
I just copied and pasted, Doctor.
There you go. Technology. High technology. Next time, I think he will help us with his name.
Yes, absolutely. I'll watch for that. Yeah.
Hello, our beautiful sister. This is a translator. She is so smart. She uses the phone from English to the Croatian language, from the Croatian. Yes. She is very smart. Thank you so much, our beautiful sister Cezanna. How are you? Thank you for being here with lots of kisses on the cheek. Thank you. Where is the link? Oh, Dr. Benny, but at last you're here. Thank you.
I didn't see that message. Oh, wow. Yeah.
And then Sister Esther was in the background because she was feeling a little sleepy. We want her to sleep because for me, if I don't get sleep, I'll be falling too. Welcome, hashtag everyone to One Global Movement, hashtag Speak with Heart. And let me see here. And we have our beautiful sister Nancy here. Nancy has been helping me whenever she can on the 8 p.m. panel. So thank you so
Yes,
much,
yes,
Nancy. And my love to all the children, okay? They are now the children of one global movement, not just your children, children of the world.
children of the world. Yeah.
Yes. And the greetings, Sister Esther from Yvonne. And Dr. Benny, as usual, is saying hello, hello, hello to everyone here.
Nice,
And we
nice.
have our Babu Sarij with a beautiful baby girl. How are you? Thank you so much for being here.
Oh,
Come
what a cute
again, okay?
baby.
Let's
Such a
do it.
cute.
This month is
Yes.
International Women's Month. Let
Yeah.
us begin to celebrate our young girls and every woman with the man, of course, because the woman cannot go without the man, right? So let us
Yeah.
begin to do that. The whole month we're going to do it. And this 8th, we're going to come so powerfully with it. And about two men or three, and another woman from India, including us, we're just going to take about 3 to 10 minutes saying one theme. For me, education and health of the woman, I have to talk on those, or maybe three. I don't know, but I got to. Yes,
I
and
think
thank
I
you so
think
much.
I think that the theme is investing in women, is it not?
Yes, it is an investing in women, but I have to. I will
No,
send
but
it to you.
no, I was just checking because then you can say in what capacities, different areas,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's the team. I'll send you
Yeah.
the question because I need to
Okay.
create all connect today so that we can do it faster.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I need to
Okay.
also talk to Mr. Raj because this Thursday we already sent in the topics. He can just come in and introduce himself, and then he will take off on Thursdays of the 14th.
Okay. All
And
right.
I want Dr. Medi to also know we'll just be rotating because when we see people that are specialists in all this aspect, we can sit back and contribute. You know,
Absolutely. Yes.
yes,
That's
yeah.
what Unpassive is all about. We contribute. Yes.
Yes, yes. And we have our man AP is here. APM is here. How are you, brother? Thank you so much for being here. And we have Damandra. How are you, sir? How was your weekend? Thank you so much for being here. Let us keep spreading this gospel to everyone. And on the flyer, you will see the WhatsApp link and belong to the WhatsApp group. So hello, hello, everyone. When you hear that hello, hello, you know it's from the managing director. Welcome to One Global Movement. Speak with Heart. Thank you. Please feel free to comment here in the chat on today's topic. And
Mhm.
bye, everyone. I will listen to a recording because of network. Oh, thank you so much, Brother Levy. You always try. Tell that sunny Pretoria that Unpassive is on the way. Okay. Investing in youth will benefit by facilitating global and overall skill development. It will build social infrastructure and preventative, proactive actions education. Yes. Yes, hands on. Hands
Yes.
on.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
important.
Yeah.
Hands
Yeah.
on. So, encouraging civic engagement and volunteerism instills a sense of responsibility and community service in young people. Very true.
Very
Even
true.
you're living in the village, what are you doing? If you're like me, when I was young in the village, I always organized community development project like cleaning around the tap areas, cleaning the roads with a hoe, not a
Yes.
machine, then
Yes.
sweeping the roads. And also, we had a lot of mangoes. We have guavas. We want to make sure that the area where those orchards are, we clear them so that
Yes.
the kids don't eat those rotten things, you know.
Oh.
Yes, so we
Mhm.
do that because those things we plant them, they are just there, and
Yes.
and people just eat the way they want, or we want in such a way that somebody who is skilled in climbing can climb and harvest that for children instead of them going to hurt themselves. So we do those
Oh.
kind of things, and then we also arrange to go to the farm towards the evening when we know that the parents are coming from the farm. We go there to help them to carry their things because they are tired, or we go and fetch water to fill their container, drinking water and water
Oh.
and then we
Mhm.
put water on the fire. I'm saying this at the local level because you can do it at any
Yes.
level. So
Yes.
we put
Yes.
water on the fire with firewood, heat water up. So when they come, we already put it and take it to the bathroom. They can just take their shower. So that is very important. Or you cook. You can
That
do one thing or the other. Very important. Or
that
you can weave baskets. Local
wow.
basket, beautiful. I'll bring those baskets here. Some the beautiful, even like hampers. I'm telling you.
That is very grassroots initiatives. You know,
Yes.
you don't wait for anybody on the top because they don't think of those things.
They
They
don't
want
even know
bigger.
about them.
They don't even know that. Yeah, they don't know
They're
it. So
thinking
that's
about and those things are natural. You
yes,
use it naturally, you
yes,
wear it naturally, they
yes.
are healing your body. Those are the
Right.
best things whatsoever. If
Absolutely.
you see my
Absolutely.
home now, I don't want to buy any leather chairs anymore. I'm waiting for cane chairs. When that time will come, I'll buy cane chairs. Cane
Yes.
for your body heals
Yes.
your body. Or
Yes.
bamboo chairs, very
Bamboo.
healthy.
Bamboo. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
natural thing, or the raffia bamboo.
Yeah.
It's very healthy, I'm telling you.
It is. I'm slowly getting everything in my house to be bamboo. All the pillars, the blankets, everything now. So
Yes,
yeah, yeah,
yes, very
yeah.
nice. Even the cover of the toilet, I want it like
Bamboos,
yes,
absolutely. And they
yes,
make them. So why not
yes,
use them, you know?
yes,
Sure.
yes. It's very healing.
Yes.
Ensuring access to quality healthcare service, including mental health services, supports the overall well-being of the young person. Thank you so much, Dr. Ben. That is so true.
It
Thank you,
is.
thank you, thank you. And we have our brother Joseph. Where are you? How are you? Thank you so much. Joseph is one of the people that is so experienced and has traveled a lot. And he is one of the pillars, going to be one of the pillars behind One Global Movement. And he's coming to present here. He's traveled a lot in the world. So thank you so much, my brother Joseph. Thank you for being here and supporting us. And welcome. Dr. Ben is welcoming everyone. And we don't only want to hear from our panel as you listen. Please comment here in the chat. Express
that's
yourself.
that's
Thank you so
John.
much. And our sister Sharon, oh Sharon, thank you so much for the knowledge, your expertise, and
Yes.
your
Thank you, Sharon.
experience, and the fire that you have within you for children.
Yeah.
Because I think you know more about children than me, than maybe all of us, and you've worked with them firsthand. And
Yes.
so
Yes.
most those graphics are so beautifully created, and you're creating with the psychology of the child in mind. So
Mhm.
thank you so much, Sharon, and
Thank you,
let us
Sharon.
continue to do this and bring home is very powerfully, and continue to do that all through the month, talking about powerful women like we just talked about Malila here today. She's a powerful woman to use as an example, and she's on the graphics. I already have the picture we're going to be talking about. That's a young woman. She can be a role
Okay.
model to other young
Okay.
women. Yes. And we have let me not okay, we have our brother Momodu. Hello, brother, how are you? Thank you so much for always being here. We love to read from you, we love to see you, and thank you so much for your contribution. We thank God for bringing us here together. And
So it's
our
just
sister,
more greetings. It's just more greetings. So you can move
yeah,
on.
that's why I'm just speaking the things, greetings,
Yeah, it's
greetings,
just more
yes.
greetings. Yeah.
And then
I'm looking for the new person. I don't know.
there is this Bajit Patoweri. How are
Yeah.
you? Welcome, welcome, welcome to One Global Movement. We are here serving children, and then we have a Cecile Wire. How are you, Cecile? Are you a firefighter? I see that uniform there. Thank you so much for being here. We are here serving children. Come again and encourage others to come. We go twice a day, Monday through Friday, twice a day at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for being here. I'm just
Yeah.
making sure that I don't miss any name, right?
Yeah. I'm looking as well. I don't see anybody here.
Okay, okay. Then I see this new name, Washim Saki. I think he was
Yeah.
here before. It looks a
Yes, he
familiar
was.
face.
Yes,
Thank you
yes,
so
yes.
much, Washim. How are you? Say hello to all the children around you, okay? We love you, and come again. And
Absolutely.
he says, in education, happiness curriculum is a good part to solve many problems in schools. This will help them to educate to education with special mindset. In Delhi, our local government introduced and found results. Thank you so much. Thank
Okay,
you
that's
for
good.
giving us
That's
that
good.
tip. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much, AP. That's wonderful. And we have
Mm-hmm.
Maria Jones, 100%. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you guys don't forget to put the big thumbs up, please. And subscribe if you have not already done so. Subscribe, because this is one of the surest ways that we can begin to reach these children. Okay, so Thank you, Sister Sharon. Hashtag One Global Movement. Hashtag One Global Movement. Hashtag One Global Movement Strong. Hashtag One Global Movement Kids. Hashtag One Global Movement Hawk. Hashtag Women's History. Hashtag International Women's Day. Hashtag IWD
2024.
International
Yeah.
Women's Day
2024.
2024.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sharon. She is right on it. She's
Yes,
like
yes.
crazy. Thank you. And then Suresh Babu is here. Yeah. Thank you so much, Suresh. We really appreciate you for always being here. Investing in our children's future will help them greatly to achieve success, especially in education and empowerment. Yes,
Right.
Brother Momodu, that is so true. Thank you so
Yes.
much for that wonderful contribution. And then our sister Sharon said, ensuring quality higher education is one of the most important things we can do for future generations.
Yeah.
Hashtag One Global Movement. Yes, yes. And thank God that Mr. Ash Mufara is providing O-CADEMY, O-Play, and all those things that we'll use and
Yes.
clean, safe, quality so that children don't have to drown in the seas trying to cross abroad. They will do it right in the confines of their own homes. That is so wonderful. And we have our brother Ashak. How are you? Unpassive is my heart. And, oh, wow. Yes, Unpassive changed this planet. Yes, yes. Unpassive. Thank you so much. And I don't see any new name here. All right. I think I don't see. And let me just read this comment here. Thanks to all. Love you all. Love you to our CEO and his family and all those behind the scenes of
Yes,
success on
yes,
Passive.
yes,
Thank
yes.
you. Yes,
Absolutely.
we love our
Absolutely.
CEO. We
Yeah.
pray. Let us make sure that if somebody is trying to do something that is out of the norm, out of the high ethical principles of Unpassive, we don't fight. We do not be rude to the person. Let's try a way that we can make sure that that person understand what he's doing that is going to hurt all of us, especially Mr. Ash Mufara, because we are giving him too much work and it's not supposed to be. Please, let's not do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. And if anybody has anything else, fine. Otherwise, we can call it a day, right?
Yes, we could.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Tomorrow is another day we're going to be marching forward. This is the month of March that great things are happening. And we need to really continue with these things so that Mr. Ash Mufara will feel good that we are really doing what he brought us together to do. Let us not deviate from that. And to do that is to put your hands together always, to pray for yourself. Ask yourself, always take an inventory of yourself. What are you doing? How is it going to benefit you? How is it going to benefit your family? If you're not taking that inventory, know that you're hurting yourself, you're hurting the people around you, and therefore you're hurting One Global Movement, and we are all then hurting Unpassive and Mr. Ash Mufara. We don't want that. We don't want that. It is us coming together in truth, in love, that is going to touch the heartstrings of God to make sure that we go to where he wants Mr. Ash Mufara to take us. Let us not be an exception. Nothing good comes easy. It takes time. It takes patience. It takes prayers. It takes love. It takes everything good. Let us not hurry. When you hurry, you fall in your own pit that you're going to dig for yourself. Let us not do that. We are not here to compare. We are not here to compete. We are here to do good. No matter how small, how well you know how to do it, that is what comes from your heart. And that is what Mr. Ash Mufara wants for all of us. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you again tomorrow. But before I go, I always like to encourage our children to always stay focused, stay encouraged, stay empowered, and always believe in endless possibilities. We love you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you for coming. That's Dr. Bennett.